Good afternoon, everyone. This is to recap what we did in class. Some of you may be looking for the instructions. Some of you may want to learn to do it again. Today, we started with uploading files. And someone will say, well, where do I find these files? In your PowerPoint, and I'm putting this up here, you're going to upload your chart of accounts. You're going to upload your customers. You're going to upload your vendors. You should get the file in your email. If you don't have it in your email, you're going to look into your Google Drive. But if you got in your email, you have to open this tab. Then, when you open tab, you're going to see another file look like this. After you open that zip file called tab and you open this one, then you're going to see 3 Excel files. Now, let's say you don't have the file. You can't find the file. Go into the Google class and you should see these files inside of the Google class. This is what we call the case study files. Now, I'm going to close this down. As a matter of fact, no, let me just continue. We're on page 5. You have the acknowledgement. Page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10. You have already done this when we, up to page 19, you have already done this when we did this in class. We are going to start on page 20. You're going to upload on your own. So from 1 to 18, we did in class. Doesn't matter which class you had to do those in class with me. Now, I'm going to minimize this file. And we're going to do the upload. First, click Create. And we're going to upload the customer file first. Then we're going to go to the file that says Add Customer. I have 3 existing customers already. But I want you to be able to upload customers. So when you see this word customer come up, you click X. Then you go down over on this side and click the drop down and click Import Customer. Then you're going to browse and look for your downloaded files. Then you click your customer list. You click Open. Everybody understand? Then you click the word Next. You should be able to upload your customers. It says map your fields. You're going to continue. Just like that, and click Next. What are the 3 companies? These are the 3 customers to be imported. You click Done. Now, we're going to do the same thing again, but this time we're going to do what? Click the Create button, and we're going to add our vendors. Okay? Same another box comes up with vendor, you click the X. Then you're going to click Import Vendor. Browse again. Look for your vendor list, and you click Open. And you click Next. Okay, it maps your fields for you. Then you click Next. What are the files? We have 23 vendors to be imported. That's the number I have. And we're all good. We click Import. 23 vendors successfully imported. Now, so we uploaded customers, we uploaded vendors. Click X. What we have left to do is our chart of accounts. We click our settings. We go to chart of accounts. Now, it doesn't matter what I have here. Just go click here, click import. And again, you browse. When you browse, you click your chart of accounts. You click open. You click next. It needs the QuickLine Online field. They match. Click next. And how many are to be imported? 37. Import. Now, everyone got these same errors today. So if you have errors, what are you going to do? Uncheck. This just means the accounts are already in QuickBooks. We click Import. Now you have imported vendor, customer, and chart of accounts. So if you run into any problems, run into any scenarios, that is fixable. But you need to upload these accounts to your company. The company that you're doing it in is TAD Gaming. Again, 2026 TAD Gaming. It took longer in class, maybe an hour or so, but I am thinking we should be able to learn or practice upload and downloads. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to play the video that we did in class, play it again so that everyone has this. So I'm going to play this video and everyone listen so that next time we can be on point.
Susan Wang called and one of her bathroom pipes burst and has caused some damage to her bathroom. We will be doing...
Stop this here. It's not starting at the beginning. Let me start it at the very top.
Domain 2 is all about sales and money in transactions. You will learn how to add customers, set up products and services, enter sales, and how to deposit payments. Pay attention to each step in a money in workflow, as it will definitely be on your exam.
When we learned about merging accounts, we talked a little bit about display names. Display names are important, so let's refresh our memories. If you recall, we cannot have more than one customer, vendor, or employee with the same display name. So display names must be unique. I will open our customer list by selecting Get Paid and Pay, and then Customers. We've done work for a company called Fish World in the past at their Tampa location. They recently reached out and have another job they would like us to do at their Diamond Shores location. I'm going to create a new customer entry by selecting New Customer. For the company name, I will type Fish World. For the display name, I will type Fish World Diamond Shores. The display name is the name used on invoices and sales transactions. The customer and display names do not need to be the same. You might also like to know that the display name is the only piece of information required to add a customer. To save the new customer, I could select Save. I will hold off on saving this entry, and over the next few lessons, we will continue to fill out this customer's contact information. We need to add the billing address. The billing address is the address associated with the customer's payment method. I will type 321 East Wave Cove Drive, Tampa, Florida 72001. Below the billing address, we have the shipping address, where the orders will be delivered. Sometimes the billing and shipping addresses are the same, but not always. If they are, you can leave this Same as Billing Address checkbox selected. We don't want any shipments going to Tampa since this customer is actually in Diamond Shores. I will clear this checkbox and enter the correct shipping address. I will type 833 West, 200 North, Suite 105, Diamond Shores, Florida 72002. Understanding the difference between the billing and shipping address is crucial, so that invoices can be billed to the appropriate address and that products are shipped to the correct location. Under the Payments section, we can set some customer payment terms. Payment terms let the customer know when their bill is due. We can choose to have the bill due on receipt, which means the payment is due immediately when they receive the invoice. We can also choose Net 15, which means the customer has 15 days to pay their bill without penalty. Net 30, which gives them 30 days, or Net 60, which gives them 60 days. We can also specify our preferred payment method, set a preferred delivery method, and language to use on the customer's invoice from this page. I'm not going to worry about filling these in right now. I will save the customer's entry we have created so I can show you another way to set payment terms. I will open Settings, select Account and Settings, and then open the Sales page. Under the Sales Form Content section, we have Preferred Invoice Terms. We have the standard options, Due upon receipt, Net 15, Net 30, and Net 60. But we also have an additional option. We can create a new invoice term. I'll select Add New. I'll name this payment term Net 10 and set the due and fixed number of days field to 10. Then I'll select Save. We can see our Net 10 invoice term has been set. I'll select Save to save this change and then Done to exit Account and Settings. Businesses need to be aware of their taxable and non-taxable customers. Nonprofit businesses and organizations are sometimes tax exempt, meaning they are not required to pay sales tax on their purchases. Tax-exempt customers might include a charity, a school, a literary or science organization, or a religious organization. To mark a customer as tax-exempt, I will open our customer list, select the customer, and then Edit. I will scroll down to the Additional Information section. From here, we can select the This Customer is Tax Exempt checkbox. If you don't see this checkbox, it's because you have not set up sales tax in your account. This is done from the Taxes page. We need to provide a reason for the exemption. I will select the drop-down arrow to view the tax-exempt categories and select Foreign Diplomat. Then I will select Save. When creating an invoice or a sales receipt, we can manually remove sales tax if we need to. I will select New.
I am stopping it at this point. In your QuickBooks, right here, when you go to your home page, everybody, go to your home page. Wait for it. Now, in the video, they showed you about customers. So let's say we have our customers, right? Customers. Let's say we're going to create or we're going to add a customer. So we're going to add a customer and their name is John. All right. His name John. So we have the company name. We have the display name. We talk about that in class. The display name needs to be unique. So we're going to go down. And this could be John Pizza. That could be the company name. Let me make sure there's a little change right there. Now, when you scroll down, you notice something. It's a sub-customer. We're going to scroll down further, past the addresses, past preview, past the notes, past the payments, past additional info. QuickBooks has updated. There's no more checkbox. You can type tax exempt here. Everybody see that? You can type that. You can also create customer type. I forgot to talk about that today. But you can type tax exempt here. Also, something else that you're going to see in the video, that's maybe a little bit changed. Look at all your drop downs. How many you have? Due on receipt. 1, due on receipt. 2, net 15. 3, net 30. 4, net 60. I can't remember if that's new in the video, but I just want to make sure you know there's 4 of them. Know that for the exam. Also, I'm going to go over it before the video goes over this. When you check, it's a sub-customer. If you have to use a parent customer, the parent customer needs to be listed first. So, again, you may have an exercise to do. Is a sub-customer. You click the customer. If the customer is not listed, what do? We add the customer manually. So I'm going to save mine, but at least everyone is clear that when you add a customer, you can see the customer right here that I just added. His name is John. If you have this right here on the screen, you can always edit. And you can edit all these features. One person asks, what if I want to remember a certain company and associate it with another person? So let's say you want to associate it with TD. That's the name of the person you want to remember. You can put that in the other field. So you can find spots to put things so you can remember. However, make sure what you're putting there is something that is not trackable. I don't recommend putting some things that is trackable inside of here. Sometimes you're going to have to keep some information inside of your Excel file in your companies. Not everything many of us recommend to put inside of the files. So I want to make sure we go over this part. I'm going to go back to the video and let the video continue. So let's continue.
And then invoice. I will add a product to the invoice and select the tax checkbox so that we can see the sales tax is being applied to our invoice. To remove the tax, we can clear the tax checkbox. Susan Wang called and one of her bathroom pipes burst and has caused some damage to her bathroom. We will be doing some remodeling in her bathroom tomorrow, so I am creating a new customer entry with her information. For the name, I will enter Susan Wang. Since Susan is not a company, I will leave the company field empty. For the display name, I will keep Susan Wang. I'll add her phone number, 555-555-2135. I'm going to select the Is Sub-Customer checkbox. A sub-customer is an individual or sometimes a company connected to a parent. A parent is an individual or company that is responsible for the payment. Since Susan has a home warranty, we will not be billing her, but rather the company with whom she has her home warranty. I will add Wave Cove Homes as the parent, which links Susan to Wave Cove Homes.
This is a great way to keep projects organized and ensures that the correct parties are invoiced.
I will select Save to save the customer's information.
All right. So here we did upload a customer into QuickBooks. We uploaded vendors into QuickBooks. And this is what the QuickBooks looks like now. Right? We upload customers, we upload vendors, and we upload chart of accounts. So, just a reminder, when you go into your Google Classroom, please remember there is homework in there. Homework is in there from Intuit for Education. That is also where you practice. So you have 2 different places to practice, everyone. Not just one, 2 separate places. You can practice for the real in here. And when you go to the Intuit for Education, it gives you a step-by-step of how to do everything. So I hope this helps. I pray this helps. And with the file that I sent everyone via email, it should make it easier for us to get the class flowing. So we've had some challenges while we're on campus, but when we are home, I don't think we should have that same problem. So have an awesome rest of your day. Have an awesome time. And practice, practice, practice until I see you next time. Thank you.